Hello. Welcome to Pedro's Movie Cabin. My name is Pedro, and this is my movie cabin. It's where I watch movies, and I collect movies, and I store movies, and it's the movie room, essentially. I haven't done a video in... Well, I haven't done a pickups video in 4 weeks. So the reason why is I actually did record a video about 2 weeks ago, but I only had like five items to show, and it was a bit of a shit video, to be honest with you. It wasn't very good at all, and I've since picked up a few more things since that video. So I thought I'd just do this one instead. It could be like my monthly pickups video. There are, what is it, 6 DVDs and 3 Blu-rays and a 4K. I swear to God I've picked up more than that, but I might be wrong. I think this is it. This is probably the amount that I've got. So, first off, I'm just going to go through the DVDs. First one is a film that's not available on Blu-ray. I don't think it's available on Blu-ray anywhere. And it is the Ron Howard, Mel Gibson, Gary Sinise thriller, Ransom. I picked this up for £1 in CEX because I just fancied watching it again, and I haven't seen it for years and years. And I remember I remember it being quite a good film. So for £1, I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up. I'll give it a watch, which is probably what I'm going to watch today, as you can see. I recently watched The Empire of the Sun, the Steven Spielberg film with Christian Bale, and I watched that for the first time after talking about it on Ollie's stream on Monday night, where we both realised it was Spielberg films that we hadn't seen before. So I think we both watched it around the same time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was flipping fantastic, and I'm shocked and appalled that Christian Bale didn't get an Oscar nomination or an Oscar for his performance in that film as a 12-year-old. Phenomenal movie. But this is probably what I'm going to watch today, and I'm hopefully going to enjoy it again, because it's been a long time since I've seen it. Then another film that was mentioned on one of Ollie's streams a couple of weeks back. This is a romantic comedy, like a romantic supernatural comedy, I guess. With, I think it's Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., Charles Grodin, Kira Sedgwick, Elizabeth Shue, Tom Sizemore, David Paymer, and Alfred Woodard. It's the movie Heart and Souls. I vaguely remember this as well. I can't remember a huge amount about it. I know there was another film that came out around the same time. I think it was Steve Guttenberg, called I can't remember what it's called now. It was literally in my head just a second ago. But it's another like spooky ghost comedy, romantic comedy thing. But yeah, looking forward to giving this a shot and seeing if this was any good. Again, I believe I have seen this, but it's been a very long time since I've seen it. So Hearts and Souls is one that I am looking forward to watching. So that was like £2 as well, so not too bad. And this is probably the most I've spent on a used DVD, only because this film has never had a DVD release or a Blu-ray release in the UK, and I think it's out of print on Blu-ray or DVD in the States, and it's not available from Germany. But this was $11.99. Originally it was $12.99, but I had a message from the seller on eBay asking if I wanted it for $11.99 with free shipping. So I was just like, yeah, go on then. It's the only other way I'm going to get this movie, and it is the movie The Boy Who Could Fly. I finally have a physical copy of this movie in my collection. I've had a bootleg that I downloaded myself on my hard drive for years and years and years, so now I can put that to rest. Or maybe not, because I think that's in HD. I'm not sure. This is a wonderful 80s movie. One of the first movies to grapple the subject of autism as well. Written and directed by Nick Castle, who wrote and directed. I hate it when Alexa does that. It was written by Nick Castle, who wrote and directed this and The Last Starfighter, but is probably more well known to people as the original Michael Myers from the movie Halloween. He's a friend, very, very close friend of John Carpenter, and a really great writer-director in his own right as well. This stars Jay Underwood and Lucy Deakins and Fred Gwynne, and it has fantastic music by Bruce Broughton in this movie, and it's also Fred Savage is in this as well, and it's a very, very sweet film, and one I'm finally glad I now have a physical copy in my collection. This is from Australia, I believe. I think that's the Australian age restriction thing. It's apparently all region as well, which is good. Because my Region 1 DVD player, or my multi-region DVD player, is in the living room, not in the bedroom. But yeah, cracking movie. So glad I now finally have it in my collection. And yeah, next one I need to get is Thrashing, because another film that I have been wanting to get into my collection for a long, long time, I now have, which I will show when I get to it. Then a TV series from 1995, which is, I used to watch this on BBC Two on a Friday night here in the UK. In the 90s, it was usually on about 11:30 on a Friday night on BBC Two. When like BBC used to show American shows late night, they had that, the X-Files, and the X-Files, and they used to show some other things as well. Channel 4 used to do the same thing, but more with like the comedies, like Roseanne and Northern Exposure and things like that. But this is a show that was massively ahead of its time. It lasted only one season, and it's from two of the writers who worked on the X-Files, and it's the TV series Space Above and Beyond, which is a sort of mix between Starship Troopers and what else is there? It's like full-on hardcore military sci-fi that has a lot of different deep themes in it as well. Of like, they have characters in there who are referred to as in vitros, who were people who were born through test tubes, so they weren't conceived naturally, and they're kind of looked upon as inferior because they weren't naturally conceived. They were experimental. They were scientifically conceived, if you know what I mean. However, being scientifically conceived or being an in vitro baby does not stop you from being able to kick some alien ass. This is, like I said, it only lasted one season, which is shameful because for a show that came out in 1995, this still really, really, really holds up. I know this is sealed, and I'm saying this because I rewatched the first episode like a week or so before this came on YouTube, and forgot how much I really, really enjoyed this show. Because I've been on a huge science fiction kick this year, I decided that now I'm going to take the plunge and pick this up, because I've watched a lot of science fiction TV shows. I've gone through all of... I think I started off with Farscape. I watched Farscape for the first time. Then I watched Stargate Universe. Then I watched rewatched Battlestar Galactica, the remake of Battlestar Galactica. Then the 2020 version of the Netflix reboot of Lost in Space, which I think was very, very good and massively underrated. So then I picked this up, and I also have The Expanse, which I'm halfway through season 2 of. But yeah, Space Above and Beyond, fantastic movie, or fantastic TV series. Interesting cast, not interesting cast, but like a cast of kind of unknowns really in this, with the exception, I think, of James Morrison, who people would recognise from other things. He was in quite a bit of 24 as well. And there is the opening has Alan Dale, who, if you are unfamiliar with Alan Dale, I suggest you watch either Lost or Neighbours, the Australian soap opera, but from the beginning, from like 1985, because he played a character in it called Jim Robinson, who was like the main matriarch of this street in Australia called Ramsay Street, which, I mean, it's a soap opera that's been going on since then, like EastEnders in the UK. But he then went to America and he shows up in lots of different things. He was like the deputy president, or no, the vice president, sorry, in 24 at one point. He is the colonist leader at the beginning of this, but he's probably more well known outside of Australia to people as Charles Widmore, the main villain of the TV series Lost. But that's Space Above and Beyond. Then we have a movie I've never seen. Again, this is going to be a first time watch because it's one I've not had in my collection. I may have seen this again, like what is it, Hearts and Souls. I can't really remember anything about it, but it's a film directed by Danny DeVito, starring Billy Crystal, Danny DeVito, and Anne Ramsey, who played Ma Fratelli in The Goonies, and it is the movie Throw Mama from the Train. Again, like I said, I can't really comment too much on this because I don't know if I've seen it. There's a lot of this I may have seen clips of, but this is a film that, again, I don't really know anything about. So I know that it's meant to be quite funny, and it's meant to be quite darkly comic, and it's Danny DeVito, and I love Danny DeVito, I love Billy Crystal. I still have City Slickers to watch as well, which is just next to me in a big pile. So this one, I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll grab it. It's £1.50 in CEX. I'll grab it, pop it in, and give it a watch, and see if I enjoy it or not, because I might enjoy it, I might not, who knows. But I tend to really enjoy bizarro, dark 80s comedies, so there we go. Then we have a film which I am very well aware is an awful movie, and I'm aware of it's being an awful movie because I have seen it, and I've seen it quite a few times, but I only ever saw it on VHS, and this was a pound, so I was just like, you know what, I know it's bad, but I kind of want to watch it again. So I picked up the who directed it? Jeremiah Chechik. I picked up the 2000 remake, 1998 actually, I think it was, of The Avengers, starring Uma Thurman, Ray Fiennes, and Sean Connery. Like I said, I know this is a bad movie. I've seen this movie multiple times, but I haven't seen it for a long time, and I only ever saw it on VHS. I couldn't get the bloody sticker off here, which is fucking annoying. But then it was only a pound, so it's not a massive loss. I just wanted to watch it as it's a bad movie, and for the shits and the giggles. But one of the main reasons I bought this is because I flipping love that cover. That cover should make anyone grab this movie, because that is a very good poster artwork. Oh, even if it does look a little bit like a Top Gear DVD, but still, yeah, The Avengers. I know it's gonna be crap because I've seen it and I know it's crap, but I still want to watch it just for shits and giggles. And like I said, it was only a pound, and it's Sean Connery, and I think there's a point in this where he's wearing a giant teddy bear costume. Yeah, The Avengers. So that's the DVDs. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVDs. Now some Blu-rays. And some of these are really good. I say some of these are really good. Of course they're really good. They're in my collection. The first one is an upgrade from DVD, and as it's nearly time for Christmas, I thought, you know what? What's the best thing to watch at Christmas? Home Alone. So I picked up Home Alone on Blu-ray for £3.50 or £4. I think it was one of those. Home Alone 2 is apparently out of print, which is why we sell it for like 12 to 15 quid in CEX, and I didn't want to spend that much money on that, so I didn't, and I bought just the first Blu-ray, the first Home Alone, even though I think Home Alone 2 is a better movie. But yeah, Home Alone, really good. Who doesn't love Home Alone at Christmas? Just need to get a copy of Muppet Christmas Carol, and my high definition Christmas will be suitably complete. But yeah, Home Alone, great movie. Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Macaulay Culkin, John Hurd. I know her name, but I can't remember it. Let me read it. Catherine O'Hara. I knew it was Catherine O'Hara, but yeah, great score by John Williams as well, and just a good Christmas movie. Home Alone, classic. Then I have probably the only horror film I've bought in a long time, and this was because I do have this on DVD, but I have a very old European gore something release from, I think it's Spain, or maybe it might even be Italian. I'm not sure. Um, of this movie. This is the UK shameless release of this film, and it's the movie Cemetery Man, or Della Morte Della More. I've seen this movie multiple times. It is a gorgeous looking movie. It has Rupert Everett in it, playing Francesco Della Morte, I think, or Della More, and it is based on a Italian graphic novel series or comic book series called Dylan Dog, and they're quite famous in Italy, like Danger Diabolique, and weirdly, the Dylan Dog character since this came out has already had another film, and it was called Dylan Dog, the Dead of Night or something, or Night of the Dead of Night. I think it is Dead of Night. Starring Brandon Routh as Brandon Routh as Dylan Dog, but in this they changed the name to Francesco Della More, and this is essentially just a zombie movie. He is a graveyard attendant, I guess, or groundskeeper, who has to shoot zombies at night when they come out of the ground. And yeah, it's a very, very bizarre movie. It's a gorgeously shot movie. It's directed by Michel Soavi, who also, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who also directed, there was 4 movies. It was The Church, The Sect, Stage Fright, and Cemetery Man. I've had to put this cover on. This is a reversible sleeve because there's boobies on the other one, and I didn't want to faff about censoring, so I just turned this around. But yeah, this is a very cool movie. This is the first time in about 10 years that I have bought a shameless release. I used to have pretty much all of the DVDs, and then I sold them because I realized that I'd spent a lot of money on a lot of shit. So I got rid of them and only kept like 2 or 3 of them. But the reason I bought this one is because I really like this movie. And yeah, Cemetery Man, aka Della Morte Della More. Now, this next film is what I was saying about earlier with The Boy Who Could Fly. Was another film that I had a bootleg of for many, many years until I could finally get a legitimate physical copy of this. And again, I think this was through All Your Music on eBay. Now, All Your Music, I used to buy a lot of stuff from years ago when they were part of the Amazon Marketplace. They're not part of Amazon Marketplace anymore. That was back in the day when you could search through Region A, or Region 1 and Region 2, Region 3, Region 4, Region 5 DVDs through Amazon Marketplace, and you'd be able to buy a lot of stuff. I bought a countless amount of DVDs for, I think it was a penny, and you'd only then really pay, well, I think it was £1.26 for shipping. It's a lot more now. It's like $2.95 or $2.50 for shipping now, which is crazy. But I discovered that All Your Music are still going, but they are only on eBay, and sometimes they have deals on. And I saw this come up. This was initially, I think it was $24.99, but it was reduced to $14.99, and I don't like spending a lot of money on Blu-rays. If I'm spending 15 quid, I want to get a couple. So like if I'm doing like a 2 for 15, then I'll do that. I don't tend to like spending more than I need to for a movie that's just going to sit on my shelf. But this one I have wanted for years and years and years. There is one left now that I need to get, which is the movie Thrashing. This is another sort of like extreme sports. Well, it wasn't really called extreme sports back in the day. It was essentially just bikes, but it's the movie Rad. Directed by Hal Needham, starring Bill Allen, sorry, Laurie Loughlin. Who else is in this? Talia Shire, Ray Walston, and Jack Weston. Introducing Bart Connor as the rival to Crew Jones. Bart Taylor. His name was Bart Taylor, played by Bart Connor. Yeah. Basically, it's set in a small town where, like, one of the kids is obsessed with BMX. Is this guy? This guy. His name's Crew Jones. He is a really good BMXer. Him and his friends just like faff about the town. And then it turns out that they are bringing this thing called Hell Track to his small town, and it's basically where all the big name BMX stars with sponsors and stuff like that go to basically compete on this insane track. And he decides that he wants to do it, but his mum, played by Talia Shire, is against him doing it. She wants him to concentrate on his schoolwork so he can go to college. But like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If he can win the Hell Track, he can become like world famous, rich BMXer, which doesn't really happen unless you're like Matt Hoffman, and who even remembers Matt Hoffman anymore? But yeah, it's a very, very 80s movie. It's not a huge, like, I'd say it's got a cult appeal to it. For me, it's a very, very much a cult movie. It sits alongside things like I said, Thrashing and Gleaming the Cube and BMX Bandits, those type of movies that focused on like action sports back in the 1980s. But it's a lot of fun. The reason I did spend $15.99 or 15 quid on this was because I have already watched it. I watched it the day it arrived. Loved it. I've seen it multiple times before. Anyway, I watched it again like a couple of months back on the dodgy bootleg that I have. I watched it in full HD. The restoration on this, or the upscale, or the up, whatever they call it, done by Mill Creek, looks fantastic. Great music choices in this as well. There is a scene which is incredibly cheesy, set at a high school dance, where Crew and Laurie Loughlin's character first meet properly, and they do a weird sort of BMX ballet to a very cheesy 80s song. I love it. It's great fun. And yeah, the BMX action is superbly shot and captured. But it's a Hal Needham film, and Hal Needham was a stunt coordinator and action filmmaker. So yeah, and then finally on to the last one. This is the 4K that I picked up. This was just a spur of the moment thing. It came into work yesterday. I looked online. It's currently going for £20, I think it is, in HMV. And I was just like, I'm going to upgrade it at some point and might as well do it now. And it is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I now have 4 versions of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I have this version. I have the regular Blu-ray version of this one. I also have the Skynet edition of Terminator 2 on Blu. And I have a Region 1 DVD. I don't know if you can... I can't point out... Where is it? Let me go. Right. See this silver thing here? That is Terminator 2 standing up on the shelf. That has got like a steel cover that flips on it. But yeah, this is the 4K of Terminator 2. I was just like, I'm going to buy it at some point. Might as well buy it now. So it was £15 in CEX, and with my discount it came to about £12.75. So bargain of the day, I think, for me. Love Terminator 2. I think it is probably the greatest action film of all time. So there we go. That is a bit of a longer video than my last video, which was about 11 minutes, I think, because I sped through what I talked about. Well, I sped through the DVDs and stuff and the Blu-rays. But yeah, there's a few more items that I've added to that now, and decided that now I'll just do that. I'll just do a full pickups video. It's my monthly pickups video. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoy what I do, if you enjoy me talking about movies and saying every 5 seconds, which I've realized I do quite a lot, just give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment. I would prefer people give me comments than likes, because I can try then to interact with people, and I think interaction and conversation about films is very, very healthy, and yeah, build up a small little community of like-minded folk. I do have plans for the Moving Mind podcast. I'm currently retweaking the questions, which was the last video I did. I posted that 9 days ago, but with work and just wanting to just chill out for a bit, I haven't really got round to doing a huge amount else. I have a day off today, which is why I posted this video. And the next video I have an idea for a next video, which is going to be about 80s movies. I know there's already a few 80s movies videos on my channel, but yeah, I like talking about 80s movies. It's my favorite decade for film, and I think a lot of people love it as well. And obviously it's coming up to Halloween, so I might do a spooky wooky Halloween top 5 worth watching horror movies. But anyway, my name is Pedro. This is Pedro's Movie Cavern. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for commenting. And I will see you soon hopefully see you soon. But who knows with me at the moment. I'm very, very slow in doing content. But anyway, thank you very much. As usual, I'm going to give you a salute. I'm going to throw up the peace sign. I'm going to tell you that I am out. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye.